A lot of times in my life, I've encountered the question, where are you from? And that is a very hard question to answer, especially for someone like myself, who, depending on how far back you trace in time, it could mean a lot of things. Sometimes people want to know what my nationality is. Sometimes people want to know where I was born. Sometimes they want to know where I came from most immediately. But the right question to be asking me is, what is my hometown? And that's an easy question to answer. My hometown is Fort Thomas, Kentucky, because that's where I grew up through all the formative years of my life, first grade through senior year of high school. Now, Fort Thomas, Kentucky in the 1980s and early 90s, that is the era that I grew up in. And I would say that was a very special time in history. Everyone thinks that their own childhood is the greatest, and I am not going to deviate from that. I think that that was a amazing time to grow up, a fantastic town to grow up in, and despite all of its flaws and bad things, Fort Thomas overall was an incredibly nice and safe and nurturing place to grow up. Now, I'm very glad that I had the opportunity to leave and to see the rest of the world and experience, what's out there, because there's a lot out there that you can't get in Fort Thomas or in Cincinnati or any of that area there in the Midwest. But to have grown up in Fort Thomas, I feel very blessed and lucky, and it defines in many ways the person that I am today. So we're going to talk a lot about my time in Fort Thomas and my experiences there, good and bad. Most of them are good, but there are some bad ones as well, and I want to share those with you also. All right. Goodbye. Till next time.